So before I start the video, I just want to say, normally when I make videos, I use fake names for people in it just to protect their privacy, but I really don't want anyone to end up going to this lady. So her name is Dr. K. Schilling, and if you live near me and you're looking for a psychiatrist, avoid her at all costs. Around the start of this year, I started seeing a counselor, and after talking to him for a while, he thought I might have depression, and he suggested I go to a psychiatrist and at least get diagnosed, since I told him I didn't really want any meds, especially SSRIs. And his coworker suggested one to me, and a week or two later, my grandma took me to go meet her. We went to the building, and it was this weird as fuck office building. I was expecting like a doctor's office or something, but it was just this small waiting room in this random fucking office building. It had like major liminal space vibes, and it kind of made me panic because it didn't feel real, and I already wasn't feeling good before I came that day. And after waiting for a while, she was ready to see me, and she introduced herself to me, and I sat down in her office, and she looked old as fuck, and her office was really messy and weird looking, which added even more to the liminal space vibe I was getting. And I started to feel really weird about shit, but I thought I'd keep an open mind and see what she had to say. So I talked to her for a little bit about what I was experiencing, and she instantly said that she did think I had depression and suggested I go on this med I never heard of called Lamictal. And I didn't really want meds, but it wasn't an SSRI, which was what I was really worried about, and I thought it might help, so I agreed to try it. And after I went home, I looked up more about it and found out that it was a med used to treat bipolar disorder, which was really weird because that's not why I went there, and nothing I said would indicate that I had bipolar, but I thought maybe it could be used for normal depression too, and I didn't think too much of it. I started taking it. She would make me come back to her gross office every week and talk about how the medicine was going, and I did that for a little while, and I didn't really feel the medicine do anything good or bad. The visits would go okay for the most part, and not much noteworthy happened for a while. That is, until the last time I went to visit her. The visit was going fine until she wanted me to take my blood pressure, and she hands me this fucking old ass blood pressure tester that looks like it hasn't been used in 5 years, and I tried to get a reading like 10 different times and it wouldn't work no matter what I did. So eventually I just asked if I could skip the blood pressure test, and she said, okay, but I'm gonna have to put not cooperating down for your blood pressure, and started acting like I was making it not work on purpose or something. And I tried to tell her that I was trying to like do it properly, her thing was just broken, but she kept being a cunt and said I needed to be signed up for behavioral classes or something retarded like that. And I kept arguing with her, but she just wouldn't listen to me, and she kept being a bitch. So I left. After that happened, I was talking to my girlfriend about what happened, and she looked up her like Google reviews page and showed them to me, and she had like fucking 1.7 stars out of 10, and all of the reviews were saying that she gave Lamictal to everyone, even if they didn't have bipolar, and she made them come in for weekly visits so she could get more money from the insurance company, and all this other awful shit about her. And I already probably wasn't going back after she was being such a bitch about the blood pressure thing, but after I read all that, I stopped taking the Lamictal and told my grandma to call her and tell her I wasn't coming back. And after my grandma called her, apparently she called back like 7 different times, but my grandma never answered, and I never went back. And a little while after that, I found a much better psychiatrist who actually knew what she was doing, and I started taking Effexor for my depression and Strattera for my ADHD, and so far they seem to be helping a lot. At least eventually I found someone competent. But thanks for listening to my quick story. I mostly just wanted to tell it because I thought it was kind of funny, but also because I wanted to warn people about her. And also my counselor watches my videos, so it'd be cool if you could show this to his coworker so she knew what kind of person she sent me to, because I'm still kind of mad about her recommending that lady to me. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.